It would help if I unmuted my mic. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Joe Beth. Hi, Abby. Says, Joe Beth says, gonna lurk, get something to eat. Sounds good, Joe Beth. Hi, Tyler. Cheryl. Let's see. Jean says, hello from Awani, California. Hello, Jean. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Ariane. Oof, my glasses are smudged. I was having to squint to read chat here. So give me a second. You never really notice it until there's a bunch of lights around you and you're like, man, why can't I see a darn thing? Well, welcome, welcome, welcome everybody to this wonderful weekend. Well, I guess it's sort of our weekend. It was Martin Luther MLK Day here. And so there was an additional, a little bit longer weekend here. But which is why we did it in the evening today instead of the morning, because the kids were home from school. In case anybody was curious, I know I said I was going to make a event on Facebook, but yeah, it was a busy weekend. Truth be told, I completely reorganized the kids' room, organized the porch. It was a cleaning, organizing kind of weekend, and it just sort of got away from me. So, what we're going to work on tonight is the rest of our World of Flowers truck here. I don't know how far we'll get. We'll get as far as we can. But I wanted to show a couple other things. I'm also working on this page here using the Arteza watercolors. It is not my usual style at all, but I don't know why. It was just like, I just really, really wanted to add color to it. So it was. I've got the base kind of color coats down in the back. I haven't added any. The only thing that I've really thoroughly shaded, and I might not add too much more to, is obviously her. A lot of her is done. The trunk, the tree, all of that. Obviously I haven't even touched him yet. But yeah, it was just a little something that I saw and I was like, man, it's actually this illustrator. Her name is, she goes by Yalza. Yalzza. That is, you can find her on Instagram there. It's spelled, here, let me put it in chat here. Yalza. But her actual full name is Jin Kyung. If anybody wants to look her up, Jin Kyung Young. Anyway, she's super talented. I've got this book from her coming. It's an Anna Green Gables book. So I don't know how many of you enjoy Anna Green Gables or are familiar with Anna Green Gables. But yeah, this music is kind of quiet. Is it the end? Let's skip to the next song. Anyway, I don't know why my music is so quiet. Interesting. Anyway, so she's super talented. She made an Anna Green Gables book. I saw somebody color an illustration of hers, and then, you follow the Instagram trail, and you found her, and I found, her Etsy and everything. And so she had this one on there. The other one that I'm kind of excited to color is, she had a Pride and Prejudice one, which I also love. But yeah, and I printed it at slightly higher opacity so that the lines weren't quite as dark. But still, yeah, I'm excited to put some color to this one. You just come across an artist every now and then that is just like, whoa, okay, cool. Anyway. So I'm excited when that book gets here. We're definitely going to have to do an Anna Green Gables. I know not everybody will have the book. It's coming from Korea. It's going to be a pretty special book, but still, a pretty special book deserves a pretty special stream. So we will see. I mean, it's not going to be here for a while. It's going to take a while for it to get here. But in the meantime, I've got these pages here. I mean, not like I don't have enough to color. It's not like I don't have enough work in progresses that I don't have finished. But I just saw it and I was inspired and I couldn't help myself. So anyway, that is the story behind those. And she saw my coloring and she liked it. So that's always good. But I think one of the reasons that this one was kind of special too is, so I don't know how many of you know, I not something I talk about too often, is my family. But so my husband is Korean, so my children are half Korean. And so for their first birthdays, this dress here, this is a traditional dress. It's called a hanbok, and on their first birthdays, it's a big deal. Anyway, they have these little dresses that they wear, and so for my kids' first birthdays, they both have. So this is the male version. This is the female version. So my daughter's has a little yellow jacket to it. Anyway, it's super cute. But it was just, I thought it was kind of special. I haven't decided what colors I'm going to do his yet, but I finally finished the Ivy and Inky Butterfly page yesterday. Awesome, Cheryl. Very awesome. But yeah, so it's the traditional Korean garb. And so, like, celebratory. So this is supposed to be like their wedding. So at a traditional Korean wedding, this is what they would wear. Anyway. But yeah, so, and then, like I said, got Pride and Prejudice. I'm not quite sure what kind of color I'm going to add to this yet, but we shall see when I get to that. And then lastly, I purchased this one a while back. I just haven't had a chance to add color to it. This is one of Laura Rafferty's drawings, so I'm excited to add to this. You can check out this one at Laura's Etsy shop. In fact, I said last time that I should make a command for Laura's shop. And I should, because I reference her stuff all the time. One second, I'm going to pull her up here. Hang tight, hang tight. I want to pull up her shop here, and I'm going to create a link to her shop. Give me 1 second, because if I don't do it now, I'm going to forget about it. And I would really like to have that there because I reference Laura's stuff all the time. Hang tight, hang tight. 1 second. All right, here we go. We're going to make a command for Laura here. Add command, exclamation point, LR. We're going to make that easy. And Laura Rafferty's Etsy store. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now we should have a command in chat by typing exclamation point LR, just like so, for Laura Rafferty. All right, let's see. Hi, Samantha, welcome. There we go. There's Laura Rafferty's Etsy store. Anyway, that's where you can find her downloads and such. So, yeah, super exciting. Loads of pages to color. I swear, there's a gajillion things to color and just not enough coloring time in the world. That's all there is to it. Anyway. All right, let's move that. How many times can I say anyway? Oh, 1 second, chat. All right, well, why don't we go ahead and get started on our page here. All right. So we left off at a few of these flowers. I think we decided it was definitely time for another orange flower and another purple flower. This flower and this flower are going to be red. Hi, Cassie, welcome. So what do you say? Let's see. What do we want purple? Kind of leaning towards this one. Hi, Nathalia, or Nathalia, because I read TH. Nathalie? I'm going to guess it's Natalie, and that the H is silent. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Natalie, or is it a pronunciation that I am not getting? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. We could do these purple. These would be nice purple. All right, let's shift this a little bit here. All right, let's zoom on in. Get this in focus here. There we go. Not bad, not bad. All right, so let's do purple. We don't necessarily need to use the exact same shades or colors of purple that we used on our previous purple flower, which was here. Okay. So let's do something a tad different, shall we? It's Natalie. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. You never know. You never know. All right. So let's start with number 88. I will say, I wish there was a little bit more variation on the cool purples. in this set. But you can only have so many colors, right? All right, so 88. Let's turn that over. There we go. 88. Okay. And then let's jump right to 109. Let's see, is that 109? Yes, which is lavender. Thanks, Kimmy. Yeah, real nice dark purple would be nice. Okay, lavender. Hi, Laura. Hey, Laura, we have a new command in chat. You can type !LR, and look at that. That's Laura's Etsy store link because we were talking about other pages I have to color, and one of them I finally printed it out, and that's this one. So, yeah, one of these days I'm going to get to this. Anyway, I reference your stuff all the time, so I figured I should have a link for everybody to go to there. I mean, if I link, you know, Amazon links, I might as well link your shop as well. Oh, thanks, Cassie. All right. So let's see, lavender, because I'm always saying, oh, Laura, she's on Etsy. You can find her on there. But it's just so much easier if I say, hey, here's a link. Go check stuff out. Let's do. I just don't. I have a few of Laura. Yeah, same here. Hi, Bev. I did. Yeah, I did, Laura. It's like on this stack. I swear, I was putting away books tonight because I've been terrible lately. I spent some time putting all of like pencils back and books back. I have so many books I haven't colored in. I just wish I could get to all of them, like all at once. Like I need to be an octopus so I can color, you know, like 8 different books all at once. That's a thing, right? Everybody wants to be an octopus so they can color more. All right, let's get 62. There's got to be a plastic surgeon willing to do that. Be like, oh, hello, ma'am. What are you here for today? And I'm like, well, honestly, doctor, I'd really like some octopus arms if you got them. And then he looks at me like a nut job saying, octopus arms? Why do you want octopus arms? Well, to be perfectly honest, I love to color, and I'd like to color some more. And if I got more arms, then I could color more. And he's just sitting there looking at me like I'm a nut job because I want octopus arms so I could, you know, color more. Oh, Lord. The way my brain works sometimes is concerning. All right, let's get this in focus. Here we go. Well, it's nice to know I'm not alone. You know, we're in good company. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and use amethyst purple. Hi, Wong, welcome. And 109 lavender. And then 62 lilac. Anybody do anything fun over the weekend? Like I mentioned earlier, I need more arms and a babysitter. Oh, Cassie, me too. Me too. We had a little babysitting exchange with some friends / neighbors of ours where we'd all watch each other's kids. And then one of our friends has recently moved away. And so we are down to just each other. And it's like, no. Timing Hong Kong is 10:45 a.m. I'm so happy to see you. Well, I'm happy to see you too, Wong. Octopus arm salute. I know, right? Blue, 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 blue. That was my octopus noise. That's how I assume octopus, octopi. Octopi, plural of octopus is octopi, right? That's how I assume octopi talk in bubbles and blue, blue, blue. Oh, man. Here we go. I need more arms and not have to go to work. Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. I need more arms and a robot to do all the dishes. Do they have those? I heard something on the radio today, using Lavender now, that apparently there's some sort of robot that is meant... He'd gone to some sort of like expo or something, you know, everybody showed their stuff, and there was a robot meant, like, the robot's one job was just to bring you toilet paper if you ran out in the bathroom. I'm like, okay. I mean, I've seen Terminator just as much as the next person, so, you know, I'm definitely a little wary of robots in general, but, you know, if their only job is to go and bring you toilet paper, can't be too bad of a robot, right? 18-hour day today, Laura? Oh my goodness. Thanks, Bev. 18-hour day. Whew. Rough day. Yeah, it was mostly just cleaning and organizing this weekend. I mean, it was sorely needed, but still, it's one of those things, like, the real kind of, like, deep organization. It was like a spring clean, but in winter. I mean, it's Texas, so it feels like it's spring, but either way, it was much needed. All right, we're going to use lilac number 62. Well, I got a lot of feedback from the watercolor picture. You know, I feel like sometimes you could zoom out too far. There we go. Or zoom too close. It's hard to get an image of what's going on. Anyway, I got a lot of good feedback on the watercolor picture I was working on. And so, truth be told, I almost debated about doing watercolor tonight. But I also know this is like part 5 of this. So, I figured we should probably still keep pushing forward on this and actually get it done at some point. All right, I'm going to grab number 59. Okay. Thanks, Cassie. So for our porch, it's covered on top, but it's big and open. And for us to be able to spend time out there, we have to put some mosquito netting up because the mosquitoes down here are real bad, and we've got, you know, some water next to it and everything. But anyway, so every now and then I tear down the old mosquito netting and I put up new stuff just because it gets worn over time. Well, today was the day that we did that. And so because the mosquito netting was up and it enclosed the porch, it was safe to let the cats out and wander around for a little bit. Well, there was a fly that had gotten inside the porch and was on the top of the mosquito netting. And our cat, who we've never had an issue with before, he leapt up on it and was hanging from the mosquito netting. I just had this envision of him just sliding his claws all the way down and slicing it open. Thankfully, I was able to snatch him off of that and get him back inside before too much damage was done. But I was like, no! I had to shovel snow this week and it was rather cold here in Iowa. Wind chill of -13. Oh my gosh. It's been chilly here, but we've even had shorts and t-shirts day here. Hi, Kenny. Welcome, welcome. I'm in North Carolina. Just came off a warm patch. Was like spring in January. Exactly. That's exactly what it's been like, Cassie. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Sounds good, Laura. All right, let's see. Let's grab 141. I think that's forest green. No, jungle green. We can do jungle green. Mix it up a little bit. Ah, hey, I was just like, maybe you're falling asleep on a hedge. It's cool, you know? Sharpening pencils. Hang tight, chat. dress and whatnot. Like I said, this was just the base color here, and I've got some of the tree done and the trunk and all of that. I still have him to do, and I have all the other colors to add to the background, but yeah. I don't know why. I just like felt the urge. I'm like, it needs to be watercolor. It has to be watercolor. Thanks, Wong. Okay, let's see. And let's grab Jungle Green again. Yeah, I found this Korean illustrator. She does a lot of stuff. Sweet, Cassie, perfect. All right, well, maybe I'll have to make a day for it. Anyway, her name is Yalza, if anybody isn't familiar with who she is. She's got an Instagram and an Etsy. But you can have the link to all of her stuff there. But her name is Yalza. Her name is Jin Kyun Young. Anyway, but I discovered her over the weekend, and I was just like, I don't know, every now and then, you know, something just hits you, and you're like, wow, that's awesome. Anyway, hers is one of them. She's got a good number of things, but she also made a Anne of Green Gables coloring book. And I know I mentioned this at the beginning, but for those that are new and coming in. Anyway, that's going to be coming at some point, and I'll be excited to share that one with all of you. All right, let's see. And then we got Absinthe Green, number 99. Grab the white real quick. I don't know, how many Anne of Green Gables fans do we have in chat here? I mean, maybe it's just a childhood thing or a region thing, but raise a hand if you're familiar with Anne of Green Gables. Okay, we're going to do some of this grass here with the same color combination that we're using. I watched Anne with an E, which was the new Netflix spinoff of Anne of Green Gables. I gotta be perfectly honest. Oh, good, Laura. It was, I suppose Anne with an E was a tad more realistic, in a sense. Yeah, see, Cheryl, I haven't tried gouache yet. I haven't. Laura, hand waving. It was a tad more realistic and a bit darker would be the best way I could describe it. I wasn't opposed to it, but it's interesting. It's been a long time since I've read through the book, so I actually went ahead and got the audiobooks. And there's just little things, because I'm more familiar with the original, you know, Megan Follows, and oh good, everybody's raising their hands. Megan Follows Canadian film, or, you know, series of it. And so there's things in the book, like, for instance, in the Canadian version, when Matthew gives Anne her dress, the dress that Anne is given in the movie is a blue dress, and it's this really pretty blue dress, when in reality the dress that Matthew gave Anne was actually a brown dress, and Rachel Lynde made it for her. Matthew asked her to make it for her, and he didn't buy it from the store. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I debated about reading it to my kiddo, but my oldest, she's older, but she's not so old yet that she's been aware, you know, like the fact that, you know, oh, awesome, Kenny. The fact that, you know, Anne was an orphan, and she grew up in an orphanage, and everyone was so cruel to her, and, you know, all this kind of stuff. My daughter's young enough that she hasn't really been exposed to that kind of stuff yet. And so I'm just not quite sure how she would feel about it. You know, maybe, I don't know, maybe it would be a soft way to, you know, have her be aware of it, but I I don't know. You know, I got this pencil and I was talking and I don't know why I got this pencil. I grabbed a brown pencil. I don't need brown. I need green. I'm coloring leaves. Oh my goodness. This is what happens when I get too focused. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Emerald green is 94. Yeah, let's grab emerald green. And 006, which is matcha green. Do the colors of the dress mean anything? No, I don't think so. I think that it was just a choice that they made when they made the movie. And blue is a prettier color than brown. Well, you know, like, as far as the way Anne would have thought about it, I think that blue was more flattering on Anne, or I guess on Megan Follows, essentially. I think they just chose a more widely accepted color, you know, like, you know, why would they think brown is a good color kind of thing. And so I think that they made the choice in the movie more so for the movie's sake than they did for the storyline's sake. But there were a lot of lines in there, and looking back, having gone through the first book again recently, I forget who played Marilla in the movie, but I feel like she did a wonderful job, like, expressing the lines that were in the book and the attitude that came along with Marilla and all of it. Like, there's a lot of inner dialogue in the book that you don't see in the movie. A lot of things that Marilla maybe finds amusing. And there's parts in the movie now that make so much more sense to me now that I know what Marilla was thinking when such an activity was going on. And there's a few things that are out of order, of course, and I'm sure that they changed that for the movie. We're using emerald green right now, by the way. They changed those things for the sake of the movie, for continuity and flow of the movie and everything like that. But yeah, it's just all around a good story. I like it a lot. But if you go to Yelza's Instagram, you'll see she's got a lot of Anna Green Gables pictures that she... Colleen Dewhurst, thank you. Hi, Trudy. Thank you. I knew... See? Thank you. But if you go to Yelza's Instagram, let's pull her up. Like, okay, so here is a picture that she illustrated and colored, which I think, if we are familiar with Anna Green Gables, we all know what scene this is. And then, let's see. Okay, so here's what I was talking about with the brown dress. See? So it was actually a brown dress, but, you know, still puff sleeves. So, the puff sleeves were the most important aspect of you know, that's what Anne wanted the most. She wanted, you know, a nice dress with puff sleeves. But I think that they just chose blue for the sake of the movie and the fact that it is a more attractive color on Megan Follows. My daughter in school now, she was 5 years. She likes drawing with any coloring book. Oh, awesome, Wong. That's great. Let's see. Let's make sure this is in focus. There we go. If I have more time, I'd say we should do like a book club, and then we'll have the books to talk about during stream. Truth be told, I don't have a ton of time to actually sit down and read books. So honestly, if I can get it on audiobook, it's much easier for me. Oh my goodness, the kitten is like on her back upside down right now. Hi, Rosemary, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We were just discussing a little Anne of Green Gables. All right, matcha. I feel like Anne and I would be kindred spirits. We could see who could talk the most. Allison says, just jumped in and heard something about books. Has anyone here read the All Souls trilogy? I haven't, Allison. What's it about? Like, what genre is it? We're using, I don't know if I said already, we're using matcha green at the moment. Hi, Barbara. Welcome. Been watching Anne with an E on Netflix. Hi, Judy. Yeah, I was saying, so I watched the whole thing. I'd say that Anne with an E is slightly more realistic in the sense of, you know, a teenage girl growing up and the struggles that she has with those and whatnot. However, it definitely seems a tad darker than what the book, I think, portrays it. But I think a big part of that is, you know, they recreated the show once again, so they had to come at it from a different angle, you know, a more modern sense to appeal to the younger generation. All right, now we're going to use lime green. Not saying I didn't enjoy the show. I did. I watched the whole thing. It was definitely different than what I'm used to. Whenever I watch any show, though, just like involving that, I always, hi, Kitty. Are you going to knock over my camera? We're not going under the desk right now. You need to go. No, we're not knocking over the light. Oh, Kitty. You need to go back up there. Oh, she's heavy. Let's see if she'll come back down. We shall see. All right. Let's grab. Thanks, Barbara. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's see. Let's grab Garnet Red. Okay, chat, give me 1 second. I need to put the cat out because she keeps getting wrapped up in things. 1 second. Okay. All right, we're back. Okay, it says, it starts with a discovery of witches. It's like an intelligent Twilight, a mix of fantasy and true historical fiction. The true historical fiction that makes no... Oh, true historical fiction. That makes no sense. Oh, true historical figures. Okay. Actually, yeah, that sounds intriguing, Allison. I'll have to check it out. Actually, I should write that down because I won't remember it if I don't write it down. Okay, it's called... let me scroll up. What was it called? All Souls Trilogy. Okay. Okay, All Souls Trilogy. On the sticky note. My wall is getting more and more filled with sticky notes, but that's okay. I remember things a little bit better. Okay, let's see what we're doing. Oh yes, Garnet Red. Truth be told, I've been watching one of my guilty pleasures lately, mostly while I, you know, get things done or color or paint or whatever. I love a good Korean romance drama. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. Let's see, the one I've been watching right now, what is it called? Love me some sticky notes. Me too. Me too. The one I've been watching is Romance is a Bonus Book. And it's basically, it's about this girl. And she she's divorced, and so she wasn't working for like 7 years, and so there was this giant gap of unemployment. So anyway, it's about her working at a publishing company, and whatnot, and of course, you know, romance and shenanigans ensue and everything. Thanks, Rosemary. I'm gonna work so on and off here. Sounds good, Samantha. I'm gonna use a little gel pen here, fill that in, because that bothers me. It's not filled in. Anyway, you know, everybody's got their guilty pleasure TV show or book or whatever, right? Right? It was interesting, though. I was reading something about Korean dramas and how they have, by Deborah Harkness. Okay, perfect. And they have like this basic formula that they use on a lot of it. You know, there's the main male and female character, and then there's always like some sort of best friend and third wheel. And it's like the same in every single one. And it wasn't until I'd watched a few of them that I realized, huh, it really is the same. Okay. Gotta love Netflix for that variety, right? All right, there's those leaves. We are gonna grab a little bit of glitter gel pen. I don't know, is mine abnormal? Does anybody else have any guilty pleasure TV shows that they indulge in occasionally? So much glitter in these pens, they're amazing. There we go. Same with Hallmark Christmas movies, yeah. Korean, did you say? Yeah, Barbara, Korean romance dramas. I can't help it. And because, like, just because of the culture and, I don't know, I haven't watched a ton of Korean TV show, but, absolutely Below Deck. Just the way that the romance movies are made, that it's not like heavy on the romance. Like there's no my guilty pleasure on the Real Housewives. The Real Housewives on Bravo, nice. Color Tube is my TV lately. That's fair. That's fair. Love Anne with an E on Netflix. Yeah, that's good too. Everybody's got one, right? Anyway, they're fairly clean romances, and it's kind of refreshing sometimes. You know what I mean? Okay, let's grab 59. Do I already have 59 out? Yes. Okay, and then let's grab 98, which is sage green. And then we're actually going to grab a gray 148. And you can tell I haven't used sage yet because it's not sharpened yet. I need to redo my manicure again, because I was cleaning all weekend. It's a little rough on the tips of the nails, so some of the design is starting to come away here. So I think it's definitely time for a new manicure. Okay, so now we've got jade green. And then sage green. Okay. Oh, art show. Did I miss that? Laura, did you have an art show? Me too. My nails are chipping. Yeah, I try to, about once a week, I probably redo my nails. But Laura, I've been a little out of touch. Did you have an art show? And if so, I most definitely want to hear how it went. That's exciting. Do tell, do tell. All right, garnet red. And we're gonna grab jade green one more time. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna do emerald green. Okay. And then we're actually gonna grab that gray again. It's dolphin gray. There we go. And we're gonna grab some more sparkle gel pen. There we go. And actually we're gonna use it here too. What pencils are you using? We are using the Arteza 120 set of pencils, Cassie. Oh, I'm sorry, Laura. Let's use blue on this. So I'll use gel pen as embellishment, and when I feel there's a space that's just too small and fiddly to try and mess with, you know? That's fun, Laura. When is your solo? There you go. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this red one done here. Probably a thing about the art shows that probably were the most stressful for me, especially when at my solo, was the prep work that comes, you know, that comes with it. Well, let's see, what did we use for that red one? Let's see, definitely some garnet. Actually, it looks like we used a 72. Solos in 2021. Oh, okay, yeah. No worries, not everything goes perfect all the time. I'm not upset about it. Yeah, I've been right there with you where like maybe not enough people have showed up, nothing sold. So yeah, it happens. Art shows can be hit or miss sometimes, especially if it's a joint art show. I've had more success with the solo art shows, but when I've had joint ones and you're essentially competing with, you know, 20 other artists, you really need yours to be unique and stand out, which, I mean, mine I suppose are unique, but you know, people come there if they're looking for a certain kind of thing. It can be tough sometimes. I know the art show feeling, Laura. Sometimes all you have are lookers at shows. I have one in February. It's like, ah, gotcha. Yeah, I get that. All right, let's see. 72 is what I want. Do I have it? Yeah, I have it out already. Okay, so garnet red. And let's try, what did I use for this? You know, it doesn't have to be the exact same. So let's grab, what do I think that is? Let's grab 121. 121. Maybe. That's awfully bright. Let's grab 49 instead. Thanks, Kimmy. All right, let's see. Carmine red. And let's grab number 38, which is 38. Where are you, 38? Here we go. Watermelon pink. All right. You know, watermelon pink is not the right choice. Let's grab pink macaron. Okay. So we're going to start with garnet red. we go. Hi, Blue Petal. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for popping in. We are just working on the flowers on the back of our truck right now. What kind of art do I do? Cassie, so I have illustrations, and then I also do a lot of fluid art. Actually, I don't think, funnily enough, I don't think I have a command for my own website. EmilyIllustrator.com. And I've got a gallery of a lot of my paintings and stuff. But yeah, so I do fluid art. I actually teach fluid art classes. But all of my solo show, it was paintings and illustrations. But most of the time when I do the joint shows, it is just paintings. Paintings have a tendency to sell a little bit better than the illustrations do. But it was nice. I've had some paintings up at an office space where I live at, and recently it got moved. We've moved the paintings to City Hall, so now I've got paintings up in City Hall, which is pretty cool. All right, now we're going to use Carmine Red. Okay, and then pink macaron. We're going to add some green here, and then we're going to go over this again. Oh, I'm sorry, Blue. Yeah, those can be rough sometimes. Yeah, so normally on Mondays we're not actually live in the evenings, but because it's MLK Day, the kids are home from school. We're going to use Jungle Green, by the way. So when on days kids are home, that means that it is a night stream. But we are generally always live unless something comes up on Friday nights. In fact, here is our schedule, and I usually post on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube community if something changes. But yeah. There we go. All right, the garnet red. A little bit darker this time. There we go. And then carmine red again. Okay. Then pink macaron. All right, and then what I want to do, let's see, do we have any glitter red? We have a couple glitter red. Let's do, we got a couple choices here. Let's do, kind of leaning towards this one. And these are the Arteza glitter gel pens, in case anyone was wondering. I'm using that carmine just a little bit more here. I have a tendency to look at the camera and edit the colors that I'm using or where I'm using it based on what I'm seeing on the computer screen. And I have to remember that it's going to look different, more different on the computer screen than it is real life. That is more pink than I'd like. I take that back. I don't want to use that one. Let's just use, oh, that's red metallic. No, I want red glitter, glitter, glitter. Yes, ma'am, I certainly am. Yep, I have a tendency to use complementary colors to shade rather than black. And in fact, we have a color theory live stream where we go all about using the handy color wheel. And one of the things that my art teacher in high school taught me, which was ages ago, but I never forgot it, was all about using other colors to shade rather than just using black. So I just didn't know any better before. Now, it's not an exact science. Sometimes I'll use, you know, like brown when I'm shading green or something. But the point is, I try to stay away from using just black to shade things. Not that you can't. That's just not the style that I use. Okay. Let's see now. Let's do a blue one for this one, okay? So let's choose, let's see. I recently read about doing that. The red and green combo are the only ones I remember. Yeah, well, basically anything that's a complementary color, Cassie. So if you take a look at your color wheel, your complementary colors, so you have yellow, blue, and red, which are your primary colors. You have your secondary colors, which are orange, green, and violet. So if you're wanting to choose a good color for shading, for green, I'll use, you know, dark browns or reds, which are all kind of in the warm family. For oranges, definitely you can use blues. Sometimes I'll even use like a blue-green to shade. Yeah, a color wheel is so helpful. In fact, if you need one, exclamation point color wheel, right there, that's a link to this one that I'm using here. And then like yellows, you can most definitely use violet. I definitely go lighter when I'm using violet because it is so much darker than yellow, but violet is another good choice for shading. So essentially think when you're wanting to choose a color, a good color to shade with, think of your complementary colors. Now, again, it's not an exact science, so, you know, experiment with it, see what maybe works well for the page, but essentially shading with a nice kind of warm color, maybe not necessarily orange because it's lighter, but with a red or a brown or even a red violet could work for green. Because obviously, you know, they're all not going to be this exact color green and everything. But yeah, color wheels are super, super handy when you're trying to kind of figure out what goes well together. Like I said, it's not to say you can't use black, but I have a preference to use color to shade color. All right, let's grab 147. Okay, 147, sea blue. And then I want to grab 56, which is sky blue. And then I want to get cream. You know, cream is a new 120 color, and I swear I am blowing through this pencil like crazy. All right, let's give these blue ones a bit of a sharpen here. Which is why, actually, as long as it works out, my goal for my next nail pattern is I'm going to use this same blue for the pattern, but I'm going to do an orange underneath. I found this new kind of light orange color that I'm excited to use. I tend to use only black to deepen a shadow if there's not enough contrast. Yeah, see, that's where using a color would be perfect for it. Okay. All right, let's zoom on in. Let's see, here we are. We're doing this little flower right here. All right, so we are using sea blue, sky blue, and cream. Hi, Shelly. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, sea blue. I mean, I definitely don't do hyper realistic colorings by any means. I have a basic formula that I use for my colorings that works. And it's something I use that I kind of joking, well, not even joking, I refer to it as sort of the rule of 3. So based on how much space that I have, I generally choose at least 3 colors for coloring a single space. So for instance, for the petals, I chose a darker blue, a lighter blue, and then I chose the cream. And so it really just, as long as you've got some sort of combination, that sometimes the space is too small and you can really only have 2, but I definitely never color something in just a flat color. That being said, I did challenge myself once to color a Johanna Basford page in using only Tuscan red and a blender pencil. And amazingly, it actually worked out. But I never used black in the beginning of my coloring. Then I went dark brown. Now I use some on the color wheel. Oh, awesome, Kenny. But yeah, so I generally try and use multiple. And then, you know, once I've got down my colors, then I might add in a little bit more shading, a little bit more color, or, you know, a shadow under this petal, shadow under that petal kind of thing. I mean, it's not an exact science, but I definitely do have my repeated steps that I use to complete an image and get it the way I want it to look. Hi, Annie. Welcome. Yeah, that wouldn't be relaxing for me. Yeah. Guys, it's confusing. I used black in the beginning. Thanks, Annie. All right, and then cream. You know, Annie, I have a cat named Annie. She's very snoozy right now, though, so I'm not going to pester her. But I do. I have a cat named Annie. It's a good name. She stirred. I think she heard her name. All right, I'm going back over it again. Sea blue. There we go. Aw, thanks, Kimmy. No, not much, Kimmy. We got our Annie. We got so we colored these leaves, grass leaves here, purple flowers, this red flower, and now we're moving on to the blue one. Oh, awesome, Cassie. I wonder if I'll be able to, let me see if I can snap a picture of her face right now, because she looks super cute. She's just so snoozy with her little kitty face. There we go. She's right next to me right now. I don't know if anyone can see. There we go. She's snoozing away right now. She's a sleepy kitty. Yeah, February. That's coming up. You got to keep an eye out for the announcement. It is. February is right around the corner. All right, now we're going to use sky blue. Oh, if you're talking about the color palettes, yeah, Kenny, it should be in the files. Aw, thanks, Annie. kids are always walking around the house going, Annie, Bo Benny, banana, fan of Bo Fanny, me, my Bo Manny, Annie. Of course, that song's real funny until we're at the park and there's a duck. And a little bit. All right, Shelly. Anyway, this little thing, it's the formula for this little sing song is you take anybody's name, like mine is Emily, Bo Bemily, Banana Fan of Fo Femily, me, my mom Emily. But she started singing about a duck, and it's duck, Bo starts with a B, Banana Fan of Fo starts with an F, and anyway, she just started spouting up the song because she saw a duck at the park, and I'm like, no. Oh, I'm sorry, Shelly. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I had to squash that song pretty quickly. Of course, then she didn't understand why I was telling her not to sing it. And then I had to explain that one of the words, I didn't tell her which one, I just said that one of the words she said was a naughty word and that we should be singing it. And she left it at that, thank God. Okay, we are going to use number 27, cinnamon, for this. See, so I'm not using orange exactly, but I'm using kind of an orangey brown. Oh yeah, I'm great at that. Thanks, Annie. This one is red. This one is red. Yeah, just wait till I turn your Alexa on. Because it's a thing. It's a superpower, really. I have to learn not to abuse that superpower. Yeah, right? Whenever, because there was another time where my son was going through this rhyming stage and he was just rhyming a bunch of words and he inevitably popped out with a few not so choice words and I was like, no! Parenthood, right? Never a dull moment. All right, gonna use sea blue again. Oh no, Cassie. Let me take a look, Kenny, in case maybe I just posted instead. Let's see, let me take a look here. Go to our group, hang tight, I'm gonna check for you real quick. So I'm wondering if maybe I just made it in a post. Let's see, there's petal, color palette sheet. Yeah, so, Kenny, if you go to the files, the third one down is the Prismacolor Palettes PDF. And then the fourth one is called SE Palette, and that's for Staedtler Ergosoft. So there's those two palettes right there. It's the third and fourth one down in the files. I think I have it sorted by name. Maybe it's date, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's in there. It's in there. So it's under Prismacolor Palettes and Staedtler Ergosoft Palettes. Yeah, you might need to just scroll down a little bit. I'm not quite sure. Can you sort by name? Okay, you can sort by name. Oh, sick. So if you're on desktop, just click the word name, and then you can scroll down for see more, and then there will be, it'll be under the P's, Prismacolor Palettes, and then it'll be under the S's, SE Palette 1 is for the Staedtler Ergosoft palette. I say that like she's not still little. So you were talking about Alexa. Well, ever since I've been watching color streams on YouTube, my okay Google, every time the YouTuber says okay or okay now. Okay Google, play Baby Shark. You'll have to tell me if that works. Sounds good, Cassie. Have a good night. Hi, Pat. Welcome, welcome. We're playing with everybody's Alexas and talking about cats and various things. All right, we're gonna use sky blue now. There we go. Oh, thanks, Samantha. No! Did I turn everybody's on? At least I didn't do Alexa's. At least I didn't do Alexa's. Oh, that's amazing. Glad you like that, Loretta. Hello. I must use my power for good, not evil. That's good times right there. All right, I'm gonna use a little bit of gel pen down here real quick. The real trick will be not messing it up, running my hand back over it. All right, red there, and then we're gonna add some yellow in the middle. Alexa can't hear you. Well, thankfully I said okay Google, not Alexa, but I could give Alexa a try. I could. As everybody puts in their headphones. Or leaves, because like this crazy lady's turning on our Alexas. All right, let's see. Let's do these petals here. Awesome, Kenny. Cool. I don't recall what I used for this, but it doesn't have to be the exact same color leaves. So let's do, what's one? Fern green. Let's do a nice dark one. Let's see, 141. Let's see. Got basil green. Maybe basil green with 141. Not again! But it's just so much fun. I can't help unplugging Alexa. No, Allison, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I could do Alexa, add Prismacolors to grocery list. See? And then when they come, you can tell your partners that it wasn't you, it was the streamer and Alexa, and we collaborated together, and it's not your fault, but since they're here, I might as well keep them. So I'll order you all art supplies. I'll order art supplies for everybody. Then you can just, you know, blame it on me to your spouses. That works, right? All right, so we're going to use jungle green here. I just want everyone to have more coloring supplies, that's all. Let's see, I see this line here. But I think it's just that, just a line. I don't think it's attached to partly. Oh, very nice, Annie. Very nice. So I made a new recipe this week. It was a zucchini spiral lasagna. He feeds your addiction. That's good though. That means he's empathetic and he understands. But it was a zucchini spiral lasagna. It was fairly labor intensive. I haven't used zucchini a ton as like a pasta substitute. Later this week I have like a zoodles and oh well, we'll fix that later. A zoodles and meatballs recipe I'm gonna try, but it wasn't bad. The texture is a little bit different, but yeah, it was pretty good. And I made a roasted garlic olive oil with balsamic vinegar that you dip your bread in. I'm gonna say goodnight now. I'll have to get started on this page now. Sounds good, Cheryl. Sounds good. Have a great night. Yeah, it was pretty good. Husband had the leftovers today, and he reheated in the oven, not the microwave, because we were thinking that with the zucchini, there's always the risk that, you know, if you heat it up in the microwave, it might not be as good. You know what I mean? Sounds good, Kimmy. But it was pretty good. It was pretty good reheated the next day. Yeah, well, I have a thing with buying a lot of pre-packaged foods, because like the pre-packaged salads, they have a higher tendency. You know, I was going to use fern green, but I don't think I will. They have a higher tendency to, oh gosh, you know, where like bacteria can live in it, you know. Anyway, it's just, I want to make my own zoodles, so I ordered a little handheld zoodle thing, and I've got the zucchini, so I'm going to make my own zoodles. See, the spaghetti squash, the texture bothered me, but I also haven't had it as an adult. I had it as a kid, so I may have to give it another shot as an adult. I'm using matcha green, by the way. I may have to give it another shot as an adult for sure, but I'll be curious about the zoodles. No, kitty, no. Okay. I gotta put her out again, chat. 1 second. She came in here for her little evening snack here, and she's just getting wrapped up in things. I wouldn't have to put you out if you would just settle in and take a nap. Out you go. There we go. Oh yeah, I do enjoy zucchini bread. I just don't eat it as often because it's a little bit sweet, but I do like zucchini bread. I do. I bet you if I made it myself, I could cut back on the amount of sugar that's in it, and then it would be a little bit better. It's kind of like with banana bread. I make banana muffins, but they're just too sweet. All right, and then garnet red. Well, we're trying to eat a little bit better. Not like a New Year's resolution thing, just a health thing in general. This last week I had eaten corn dogs and pizza, and I just felt like crap. And I was just like, well, when you eat crap, probably gonna feel like crap. It's not a big surprise, so I'm just making an effort. It's not necessarily like weight loss food, and not like a diet like, oh, we gotta cut out carbs, but you know, it intrigued me to try something new. And the whole idea behind it is, in general, better food choices, you know? Yeah, exactly, Rosemary. Sugar with sugar-free apple compote. Interesting, Annie. I like that. Oh, I didn't even think about that, Annie, either. Yeah, because you can replace even eggs with applesauce because applesauce counts as a binder. Hi, Donna. Yes, we were talking about zucchini and zucchini bread because I was saying I made a zucchini spiral lasagna for dinner the other night or last night, or I don't know. All the days run together. I have children. But it actually turned out pretty good. I took a picture of it here. Let me see if I can pull it up. Because I was photographing it as I was going along. Alright, let's see. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, so I had to cut the zucchini into strips. And this was something new for me because I had to cut it into strips. And then you had to salt them. And you had to let them lay out so that the salt drew the water out of it. I think I should have salted them more because when it... Oh, it's compote is what French is for. Oh, gotcha. There was still a lot of moisture in the pan after it was done baking. So I think I need to salt the zucchini a little bit more because you wipe off the salt when it's done. Anyway, and then there was a recipe for a marinade that you made that goes with it. And then this was before it went in the oven, after it went on the oven, and when it was on the plate. So yeah, it was pretty tasty. But I think I might have posted this one too, but this is something else that I've been enjoying. It's just chicken with broccoli and garlic and roasted red peppers and brown rice, and it's super good too. But we'll see how the zoodles with meatballs turns out. I'm not sure. Yeah, I hadn't heard about. Oh yeah, Rosemary. If I had realized how labor intensive it was, I probably wouldn't have made it. But by the time I realized it, I'd come too far. You're starting to get hungry, right, Annie? Right? Yeah, yeah, Annie. That was so I followed a recipe, but yeah, that's the one that I made. Brown lice. No, did I say lice? No, I meant rice. Brown rice. Brown rice. Gross. Brown lice. That's gross. Use the zucchini instead of the noodles then? Yeah, that was the idea, Donna. So I wrapped it up. And I think I need to cut them thinner because some of them weren't rolling as well. And as soon as I put them in the pan, they opened up. And it's like, yep, no turning back. Yeah, I had come too far. I'd used too many ingredients. Like, well, we're in it now. And I'm using jade green now, by the way. I hadn't time managed very well. So we actually ended up just letting the kids have macaroni and cheese and chicken nuggets that night, and then my husband and I had a nice quiet dinner after they went to bed, just because it just took so much longer to make. Thanks, Abby. But yeah, just in general, we're just trying to make better food choices. Oh, gotcha. Okay, good. Well, at least I caught myself. So yeah, I mean, essentially it's choosing zucchini lasagna over pizza and corn dogs kind of deal, So not necessarily a diet, just better food choices in general. All right, absinthe green. All right, let's see. And then garnet red. Go. A little bit red. Oh yeah, most definitely rosemary, because the ricotta and mozzarella and yes, exactly, gluten. Yeah, it was also gluten free, Donna. Yes. But yeah, all of the cheese mixture that you put in the roll up. So there was chopped spinach, there was ricotta, mozzarella, parmesan, and a few other things. But you could totally mix that up like the day beforehand and then just, like spread it out. And probably even the same thing with the marinara, because even if you make the marinara and store it in the fridge, you're putting in the roll-ups, which are going to get baked anyway. So, yeah. I wonder how it freezes. Does anybody know how well zucchini freezes? I hadn't even thought about that. We make mustard pineapple chicken with brown rice and broccoli, pineapple juice, and Dijon mustard. So good. Ooh, that sounds good, Samantha. That sounds real good. Well, the night before that, I sort of made a, and I don't do this much cooking all the time. I'm just, trying to make more of an effort. I'm going to use white to blend this a little bit. My husband really likes, Asian style food. And so I made sort of a deconstructed spring roll with me. I am not, Donna, I am not. Hate to say it. I like my chicken. Although we eat a lot of ground turkey versus ground beef. The salt content is a little bit better just in general. Yeah, Worcestershire shush. Not well, zucchini becomes water laden. I wondered about that. But I made sort of a deconstructed spring roll, but with turkey meat also. And so, there was cabbage and carrots, and I'm using jade green right now, by the way. Anyway, it was all that, and then you served it over rice. It was real good. Love Asian style food. Love my steak. Nom nom. Yeah, right? I'm cooking a lot too. It's interfering with my coloring. Too many hobbies. Oh my gosh, I know. It's not necessarily hobbies for me. Just in general, I have too many projects going on. I have a tendency to English sauce. There you go. I have a tendency to overload myself just a little bit, and the next thing you know, I haven't responded to any emails or anything. I'm like, well, crap, that got away from me, didn't it? All right, we're gonna use fern green. Especially with this weekend, since I mostly just cleaned and stuff this weekend. I mean, but the kids' room needed a serious reorganization, and the porch needed to be reorganized. It can be, Annie. I prefer to make it at home for sure. We're using matcha, by the way. I find that it is when we order in like Chinese or something, it's so oily. But when I make it at home, it's much healthier, much healthier. All right, let's use forest green. John, I can't remember, is rice gluten-free? And if it's not, is quinoa gluten-free? Forest green. I've been on sick leave for a little while now. I'm going back to work on March 2nd. I don't know how I will do it. Right? All right, and season just to your taste. Exactly, Annie. No and no. Okay, all right. Well, I wonder what you could use as like a rice substitute. Oh, quinoa is? Well, Donna, I guess I'm trying to think of what Asian style foods could be gluten-free. Donna, is it just gluten-free that's your restriction? I mean, you don't have to say too much if you don't want to. Oh, thanks, Annie. Your nephew's completely vegan? Oh, I don't think I could go completely vegan. Rice is not gluten-free. Yeah, see, I looked into it a little bit. One of my son's classmates last year had a severe gluten allergy, and so we had to be real careful what we did. Even if you look on the side of like bottles of sprinkles, it'll say that it's potentially not gluten-free because it was... Oh, it isn't a wheat. Quinoa is a grain. Okay, gotcha. Even like sprinkles were iffy because they were made in a factory. And I guess oatmeal's gluten-free. Oh, oatmeal's good. Yeah, but I suppose, you know, orange chicken over oatmeal doesn't give it necessarily the same effect. I'll have to see how the zoodles are. I'm intrigued by the zoodles. Sorry, I'm doing cough drops. My throat's bothering me today. Gosh, I cannot wait. Okay, I know it sounds silly, but I'm literally saying... Oh, you're thinking carbohydrates. Gotcha. It's a funny thing to say, but I literally cannot wait to get my tonsils out. I am so tired. Google says rice is gluten-free. Gotcha. Hi, Graciela. I am so over this throat pain all the time, and so I rescheduled. I don't know if anybody heard last time, but I finally got my gluten intolerant. Gotcha. I finally got my tonsillectomy rescheduled. So that's going to happen spring break, which is about midway through March. I'll be out for like 2 weeks. But, oh my gosh. I am so ready for it. I just want the tonsils gone. Alright, let's see. We're going to grab 86. 86. Where are you, 86? Did I already pull you out? Julie, she says, hello, wonderful Emily. Forgive again as I missed another live event. I'll surely enjoy watching the recording. My thanks to you for the beauty and joy you bring. Aw, thanks, Julie. You're so sweet. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, Kimmy. My sister was just diagnosed with celiac. After 75 years, she has to change her diet. Oh, man. Oof, yeah, that's rough, especially after 75 years. Yeah, one of my high school classmates, she discovered she had celiacs. And so she's had to make all kinds of changes. Like, I can't even imagine. All right, I was looking for 86. 86, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, dang, that's rough. You essentially have to how to relearn to cook all the time, because this little girl, she you know, had a pretty significant... Oh, yeah, most definitely, Donna. Significant allergy, and I always wanted her to be included in the snacks, so when, you know, as room mom or whatever, when it was my turn to bring snacks, I always did my research, and then, you know, I messaged her parents being like, okay, I think, you know, this will work. I'm going to bring this. You know, will this be okay? And so I always had it okayed with them, but... Oh, true story. Let's see, Arteza sale. Just get the glitter gel pens or the 60 gel pens for $5 more. Well, they're two different animals, to be sure. Which gel pens are you looking at? The metallics, the glitter for the 60, or is it like the retractable ones? She always complained of stomach pain after eating bread cookies. Oh, yeah. There are a lot of gluten-free ingredients you could cook at home. Yeah, I think that it's easier to get tastier gluten-free products when you cook at home, for sure. I found this little girl, she was also allergic to tree nuts, so we couldn't use, you know, like almond flour or anything. So I found a pretty decent sugar cookie recipe using tapioca flour. The texture, however, was a little bit, to get used to it, is slightly more gritty, but it worked, and none of the kids noticed, because I made all of the sugar cookies gluten-free, and it was a special Valentine's party, and the kids got to decorate cookies. But all the kids in the class ate them, and they didn't notice, so I was like, all right, clearly it's not that different. I also found these really good boxed gluten-free pancakes. I wish I could remember what brand. But it was interesting. They must have put like essence of maple in or something, because they smelled like maple when I was making them. Okay, so eggplant purple. Looking back, I know this is an iris, but I just saw it as pink. Grittier, that was nice, right? Yeah. Yeah, well, it's just, you know, she was used to having to eat something different than the rest of the class, but I never wanted her to feel excluded, so I challenged myself. I always, when it came to the class parties, I always made sure I was in charge of the snacks. Okay, we're going to use fuchsia now, which is number 14. Okay. 60 with glitter, metallics, color changing, etc. Are those the same make as the... Oh, yeah, most definitely, Allison. So the 60 is going to include all of them. So, yeah, I say for $5 more, get the full set. Most definitely. Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Get the 60 for sure. And you know what? I think I'm going to top it off with this cream. Sounds good, Donna. There we go. And we're going to use a little bit of jungle green here. There we go. Let's zoom out a bit here. So I know we're not going to finish all of them tonight, but I think if we can get up to here, so finish off these 4 here, then that'll leave... Oh, there's stuff down here. Okay. Well, we'll get as far as we can, but definitely these up here, and then maybe these leaves down here, so that'll just leave this section for our last stream. They shipped to Arteza or Canada without breaking bank? I'm sure that they do ship to Canada. I don't know what their shipping cost is, though. Ah, gotcha. Well, yeah, definitely get 60. For sure. Thanks, Annie. Yeah. It's definitely taken me a little longer than I would have liked, but, you know, it's the rush. Definitely feel like I need some more reds throughout, though, to balance all this green. Although it could use an orange. I think an orange would work well here. We've got an orange here. Let's do these in orange. Thanks, Kimmy. There we go. Yeah, there you go, Samantha. Say needs some orange. Yeah, so I think we're gonna do this one orange. All right, so let's grab 27. Oh, let's see. Do I already have 27 out? I do. I already have 27 out. Yeah, exactly. Great minds think alike. Aw, thanks, everyone. Fine by me. I know, right, Annie? Oh, I love talking about food. All right, so cinnamon. And let's go with... 52. 52, where are you? 52, where are you? You got some coloring to do now. Where are you? All right. Oink, Scoob. Let's see. Agreed. Yep, sounds good, Kimmy. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. Let's grab 40. Well, we've got 2 yellows here. We'll probably do another yellow maybe over here. I was actually thinking these little flowers would be good for yellow. All right, that. And we'll use cream. Okay. So, I don't know. We'll see if we make it to 10:32. My throat's really bothering me, which I always feel bad when I have to stop because of my throat. But I take comfort in the fact that, I guess I could turn those around, that it's not forever. As soon as I get those tonsils and adenoids out, like it's gonna, things are going to improve drastically. All right, so cream, Tuscan, some pumpkin, orange, and cinnamon. Sounds good, Annie. All right, so we're going to start with cinnamon. Okay, and then pumpkin orange. Why, yes, Annie, you do. In fact, take a, if this helps your decision at all, exclamation point Arteza pencil. Look down in the description, but if you want to also, I don't know what the sale is they're running right now, but if you use Emily Illustrator 4, you can get them 10% off with that code right there. If that helps sway your decision-making process at all. To take to work? Gosh, well, I did the chicken and broccoli with red pepper and rice, so that's pretty healthy. I don't know, my Pinterest is my go-to whenever I'm trying to find new recipes. We all need deep teal and purple unicorn in your energy. Exactly. Yes, that's my affiliate link, Annie. I make a small percentage using that link, which is greatly appreciated. The affiliate links helped pay for the computer, which now makes streaming much more bearable. Oh, I was pressing too hard. There we go. Nice little orange flower. Let's make sure this is focused. There we go. Maybe. My autofocus is not working at the moment. I think I am going to have to put a new lens on my birthday wish list here. Jade green and matcha green. Oh, awesome, Annie. Thanks. Okay. Well, my husband already said that he'd get me one when it goes completely out, because the autofocus works sometimes. All right. I'm going to go ahead and grab gel pen for this middle part here. Okay. Because it's glittery, and who doesn't love glitter? I mean, really. It's not till April, but the thing of it is I start thinking more about my birthday once the turn of the year happens, because before that, I have 1 month where it's nothing but my kids and my husband's birthday, like it's all in within a week of each other, and then there's Christmas and all of that, so I'm very go, 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 which, don't get me wrong, I don't, I love doing it, but it's all just, there's a lot of stuff that I do for a lot of other people in a short period of time. So once the new year hits, I'm like, woohoo, now it's my turn in about 4 months. But then there's, Valentine's Day and our wedding anniversary, and I'll give a hint, because I don't know if I even said my exact day. I mean, I'll probably say it when birthday comes around, but you can do your research. Mine is the same day that the Titanic hit the iceberg. Not the day it sank, but it's the day it hit the iceberg. Judy, I use a Canon EOS Rebel T3i. It's not the most top of the line camera, but it works, and I've used it for my photography and everything. And then my main lens that I use is just a EFS 1855 millimeter lens. It's kind of just like the kit lens that comes with the camera, but it allows for a lot of zooming capabilities when I'm doing it. And just for some reason, like if I switch to autofocus here, it only works sometimes. Oh, look at that, it worked, and the little green box is on there. But yeah, it's just been iffy lately, so it hasn't gone out completely, and so I'm just like, we'll use it sometimes. It really does. It really does, Annie. April 12th? Is that yours, or you're saying that's the day the Titanic hit the iceberg? Because if that's your guess, I don't know, maybe I'm remembering it correctly. It's also the day Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, so there's that. Yeah, see, it doesn't want to focus now. It's like, no thanks. There you go, Allison. Hi, Kenny. Welcome. Or not. I went opposite on that. I meant to say goodbye. I was distracted. Thank you, Kenny, for for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry, I switched in my brain. The Titanic. Maybe I was wrong. I was pretty sure because it sank on the 15th. I was pretty sure. Now I'm going to have to look it up. Now I'm wondering if I'm wrong. But I do know that the Abraham Lincoln one is correct. Abraham Lincoln one is correct. Let's see. Let's see. Let's pull up old Google real quick here. Yeah, see, my brain, it gets a little tired sometimes. Day the Titanic hit the iceberg. Let's see. Oh, no, I was right. Okay, yeah, if you Google the day the Titanic hit the iceberg, yeah, it was April 14th. Also right around tax time. So, it's all that good stuff. All right, let's see. Was I confused on that one? Oh, let's look it up. Day, Abraham Lincoln, let's see. Well, he died on the 15th. Was shot, maybe. Oh no, it still says the 15th. Okay, yeah, I guess I've been wrong. Maybe it's that one that I was mixing up. Okay. So never mind. Sounds good, Nan. Sounds good. All right, well, it's all in there. Oh, goodness. All right, I'm gonna do kind of a dark blue right there. So let's grab 144, 144, let's see, 144, midnight blue, and then 55, which is Egyptian blue. Ooh, look at that, unsharpened. That means I haven't used it yet. Okay. So Egyptian blue. And let's see, now it's 55. And let's grab 68, which is periwinkle blue. All right, so we're gonna do these colors, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, so midnight blue first. Here we go. Then we'll use Egyptian blue. There we go. And then periwinkle blue. Leaving a tad bit of white there. What do we want to do? We want to do white? Yeah, we'll do white. All right, girls, time for me to go. It's been a pleasure as always. Helps me keep my mind off things and do something coloring related without hurting my hands. Sounds good, Annie. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be live again Wednesday morning. But have a great night. All right, jungle green. There we go. And matcha green. There we go. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and pull out some of the old gel pen. Ooh, I feel like I got a sneeze coming on. Oh, goodness me. Sounds good, Annie. I tried to stifle that one, but that didn't really work. There we go. All right, we're also gonna just do gel pen on this thing too, because it's so small. And at least with the gel pens, that way I can add a tiny bit of sparkle. All right, let's use red. Actually, let's use this one here. The gel pens don't really have a name, so this was kind of like a pinky one. All right, there we go. You know, and then I realized down here, I never did the petals for this one, so we're gonna do these while I see them. So we're gonna grab jungle green. There we go. And we're gonna grab matcha again. There we go. All right, then garnet red. Just a tad there. Here we go. All right, let's zoom on out here. Okay. All right. Well, it is 10:16. To be perfectly honest, like I mentioned, my throat is bothering me. We usually end at 10:30 anyway, so I think I'm going to call it here for the night, and then on our next evening stream, which will be Friday night, we will try and do the final push to get this done. We still need to do the tires. Tires still need to be done. But I think that if I really focus, we could get that done in that amount of time. So we're going to go ahead and call it here. I mean, we got a good portion of this done here. All right. So thank you, everyone, for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. Like I said, we'll be live again Wednesday morning at, what is it? 9 a.m. Central U.S. time. All right. So thank you so much. If it wasn't for all of you, it would be a very boring stream, and it probably wouldn't be much of a stream. So thank you to everyone who comes and hangs out and chats and even lurks. I appreciate all of you. So thank you. And I will chat with you all on Wednesday. All right. Have a great night. Bye.